day already. I have been taking crazy notes. I'm changed. I'm changed already. Tim, Lewis, Evan, what? And now Gloria. I mean, really. And starting out with you. So I just want to say that first and foremost. Then I want you to know how much I love Elena. 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 Then I want to talk about mindset. We're here to talk about mindset. And someone asked earlier on the chat, they said, what's more important, mindset or execution? Mindset or execution? Mindset. Let me tell you, first is mindset. Period. In the conversation. Nothing happens until you're thinking right. So my first piece of advice to you guys, first off, is pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to what you're thinking. If you pay attention to what you're thinking, you're going to thrive. Okay, the second thing I want to tell you, and you know what, just put bullet. I say this all the time. The first thing, the second thing, I want to say this to you. Everybody can be successful. Everybody can be successful. Everybody can be incredibly successful, incredibly successful. And everybody can be at the top of their chain, top of the chain. You know, it is so invigorating for me to know that I'm number one out of 3.5 million people in Mary Kay. Out of 40 countries, it's very exciting, very exciting. And I will tell you this, the only reason you get to the top of the chain is because you helped a whole lot of other people get to the top of the chain. And that's what Grant does. That's what 10X is all about. I've heard him a zillion times. I've listened to him a zillion times. I've taken his courses. I've read his books. I've told people to read their book, read his books. I'm so serious about it. It is who you are serving and how you are helping other people go forward. It makes all the difference in the world. So I'm really excited to come to you guys today to talk about your mindset and how to change your mind. I promise you that one of the reasons I am where I am today is only because I've helped a whole lot of other people get to a higher place in their life. God clearly said to me, my purpose was to take people from ordinary to extraordinary. And I don't believe anybody's ordinary. I don't believe anybody's ordinary, but I believe that everybody can be extraordinary in their mind, extra. So if you're in the chat, I want you to put down extra, extra, extra. I believe in extra everything, extra lashes, extra diamonds, extra lip gloss, extra energy. I believe in extra, 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 extra. So I want you guys to start thinking about your extra and where you're going. I want this thing to blow up. Now, if I were you, you should do what I've been doing. I put it everywhere on my social media, but now I've been texting people and saying, did you get on Grant? Did you get on Grant? Did you get on Grant 10x10? Did you 10x day? Did you get on? Did you get on? Did you get on? Because you are going to serve people by allowing people to grow. And I don't care who helps them grow. You know how some people get all tight about, I don't want them to listen to this later, because I'm talking to leaders of yourself, leaders of other people. We are here to serve other people. The function of freedom is to free others. That's my new favorite quote from Toni Morrison. The function of freedom is to free others. Now, if you've been listening to him at all, you have heard him say, grantcardone.com virtual, you need to get this, because if the notes that I've been taking, and I'm only the fourth one on, if the notes that I've been taking have served you well, you're going to need to listen to this over and over and over again, because the nuggets are so important. And I'm going to give you things to implement so that you can shift your mind, so that you can have, write it down, a quantum leap. Okay, so this is how I believe. My mindset says I cannot creep to success. I have to leap to success. I have to climb bigger so I can get there in a large way. Life is very short. And let me just say this to you, in this crazy world we're in right now, this crazy world that we're in right now, I am having my best year ever, both in terms of my Mary Kay career and my Gloria Mayfield Banks Inc. I am having my best career ever. The growth is huge. And I think because I have time to teach this mindset, what are you doing to create your mindset? So let's go over a couple of things. I'm going to share my screen with you. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you guys are all clear on this, because I think some people are really confused. I want you guys all to know that we are all selling. Everybody sells. And it kills me that so many people, forget the fact that they're selling. So you're selling a product, you're selling your ideas, you are convincing people, persuading people. When you listen to people that are at the top of their game, I don't care who you list, people who are at the top of their game are persuading someone else to do what they've always wanted to do, but were too afraid to do it. That's what we all do. And I don't care what your job is, no matter what you do, you are selling something. Evan just talked about being a thought leader. And he talked about how you're selling this when you're selling that, for sure, but you are really instilling in other people what they're capable of. And we are all capable of way more than what we are currently seeing. And here's another point I want you to write down. Write this down. You are where you see yourself right now. That's where you are. If you want to be at a different place, you got to see it first. You have to see that place first. There are several components to switching your mindset. There's several. So let me just take you here for a second, because I'm going to land on one in particular, but I want to take you to this, because becoming extraordinary means you're going to create a mindset. When you want to be at a quantum leap arena, you have to think, talk, because when you think differently, you talk differently. And when you do different actions, you get different results. So that's where it's going to come from. And that's where I want to take you, because if you don't have that piece, you can't get anything else. And so let me see if I can get this where I want to get it to the next piece. And it's not moving there where I want it to go. So here we go. Okay. Let me just get you here, because I want to give you some notes here. Okay. Here's what I want to tell you. Number one, you heard these before, so I'm going to highlight it again. You need courage in order to have a quantum leap. And here's what I want to tell you. Oh, man, when Lewis was writing down, what are your 3 things you fear the most? The opposite side of that is, where do you need your courage? In order to change your mindset, you've got to increase the courage. And your courage will come when you know the benefits of it. So courage leads to built confidence, and confidence will then give you choices. So if you lead anybody, including yourself, you need to know what you need to do is to capitalize on the courage you need to move forward. They said this: abundance is required. If you want to have a quantum leap, you have got to include abundance. I was talking to someone yesterday, and when I tell you I mentor all day long, like all day long. Thank God I love it. I mentor all day long. I can tell in the first 5 minutes of a conversation, are they living in abundance or are they living in fear? If you structure your world around what you're going to lose, if you structure your word about who I'm going to upset, if you structure your conversation, your activity about what is going to be small, you are going to always stay small. So you check yourself. Pay attention to what you're thinking. Am I living in the land of the abundance, or am I living in the land of scarcity? I want you to write down the word abundance. The reason I want you to write it in the chat, just go ahead, write abundance. And you don't know this, but I'm dyslexic. So if you misspell it, I don't care. Everything's phonetically as far as I'm concerned. But I want you to write abundance, and I want everybody to write abundance, because I want all of us that are here today paying attention to what other people around us are doing. The abundance of the community will drive everybody up, which brings me to the next point, which is your circle of influence. Who you hang around. I love it when you do know that you become like the 5 people you hang around. Period. End of conversation. You cannot have a quantum leap if you are walking around slow. You cannot have a quantum leap if you don't understand that your energy takes you up or takes you down. People's energy takes you up or takes you down. No one you know leaves you just like this. Nobody. So it's super critical that you understand that you have to have the courage to tell people, I like you. I love you. I just can't be around you right now. Do you know how many people told me that I was not going to be able to make it at Harvard Business School because I was dyslexic? Do you know how many people I walked away from? Do you know how many people told me I was not going to be able to make it in the network marketing field? Do you know how many people I walked away from? Do you know how many people said, you can't do that? Do you know how many people said, I like you. I just can't be around you right now. And those are the same girlfriends I write postcards from. I've been in 42 countries. I've trained around the world over and over again. And I write them postcards and say, love you. It's been great. Okay. But I walk away from them. And I want to tell you something. Sometimes those are difficult things to do. But can I fuse you with whatever you need to make difficult decisions, to make fast decisions so that you can move forward? You have got to change your circle of excellence. Okay, I'm watching this now. Okay, so here we go. The STEM, I love it. This is Gloria's STEM. This is what I love. Okay, frustration. If you have a quantum leap, you are going to be faced with frustration. If you have people in your circle that want to have a quantum leap, they will get frustrated. The only people that are not frustrated are people who are not going anywhere. Those are the only people that are not frustrated. However, when you're going someplace or when you're leading other people, you have to make sure you teach them how to do the discovery of the path they need to get on. So it's called the journey of self-discovery. I cannot always figure things out for you. So you have to be willing to learn how to figure things out for yourself. This is your journey of self-discovery. It's the STEM program. So if anybody comes to you frustrated, or when you're frustrated and you're trying to have a quantum leap, almost 99% of it falls into one of these four categories: skill management, time management, emotional management, or money management. I know it's kind of STEM that's different than the one you're familiar with, but pay attention to what you're thinking. When someone comes to me and they're frustrated, or I want to have a quantum leap, like I'm listening to Evan, I'm like, okay, YouTube, okay. So what is the skill management that I need to master? Like, what is it? Or the time, okay. So I was on stage with Oprah twice. I sat and looked at her. And here I am, the majority of my audience that I lead to a different level are women. The majority of the audience Oprah leads are women, but she affects everybody. Then I said to myself, we have the same 24 hours. So therefore, I've got to do better with my time management. I will tell you, I am a master at emotional management. And therefore, I've been able to teach other people how to become a master at their emotional management. 10 years of domestic violence, being a single parent for 7 years, falling in love with the man of my dreams, and still building my business as he built his business. I mean, serious emotional challenges. There's no way that you're an adult without having dark days. We have all had very dark days. But when you have a business and when you're in entrepreneurship and when you want to have a quantum leap, you're going to decide if dark days are going to manage your life. We are having some dark times right now, and I'm having my best year ever. A lot of it is because of the emotional management. And so there's a lot of tools to get to emotional management. I can't unpack those right now, but I can honestly tell you okay, so let me put it this way. I get all juiced up when I do 10X stuff. I get just like so juiced up. Okay. The longer you mismanage your emotions, the longer you lose. Period. End of conversation. Didn't you hear Grant talk about this before? Your ability to bounce back. He said, I know exactly how many hours it takes me to bounce back. That's emotional management. So if you get stuck there, you're going to be in a problem for much longer than you need to be. It's like worrying. 90% of what you worry about never comes true. And money management, bottom line is you don't have to worry about it till you get some of it. But I'm telling you, you'll need it. Okay? Really cool. Okay. Quantum leap. Mindset. You can switch your mind if you believe you are serving others. I know that I serve others, by teaching them how to have their best leadership skills and how to have their best life skills. That I know that for sure. I know for sure I teach women how to increase their courage so they build their confidence so they can expand their choices. I know for sure I teach people how to increase their income. I know that for sure. And I know it's not about the money. I've said this forever. It is not about the money. It's about what you can do with your money. I know I have a friend on here that's watching me now. She was able to give her 18-year-old son a car that he so deserved. And he wept in her arms because she made such a difference in his life. And I know that I contributed, not take responsibility for it, but contributed to that. So my mindset affects her mindset, affects their mindset. So your mindset is what increases your influence. Your mindset increases your influence, but it cannot do that unless you are crystal clear on who you're serving, why you're serving. I'm here to serve you, to teach you how to increase your mindset, or to help you teach other people how to increase their mindset so that they can become extraordinary by their own description. Support. Really? I mean, like, really? How many times do you need to hear us say this? I was like loving that these people that are superstars on Grant's program talking about the same thing, the support. I mean, did you see Sherry handing Grant some paper there? I mean, it is the support that you have around you. In order to increase your mindset, you first need to understand that you deserve to have support. How do you make things happen? Because as long as you think there's an S on your chest and telling you that you're going to be the Superman or the Superwoman, you are slowing down. People ask me all the time, Gloria, when do you hire help? You hire help, you get help, you have free help, you get support when you're ready to grow. If you want to stay where you are, keep your support the same. If you want a quantum leap, if you want to move, if you want to even change your mindset, remember, your support will help you think differently because of you have some help there. Makes a difference. Okay, so where do I want to land here? I want to land here before I bring back, Grant comes in and asks me some questions. We have some dialogue here. Before I do that, I want to land here on the right now, passionate goal. This is probably what I teach the most. When I'm teaching someone how to go from ordinary to extraordinary, it is the right now passionate goal. And each one of those is important. So if you would write there in that chat, write down the right now, like the right now, not the later, not, okay, here's what people do that messes them up in their mind. They're so ready to think about the future. They can't even see October, November. They said, what are you doing right now? The right now passionate goal will push you past whatever you're dealing with. And let me break this down for you when you know you have a right now passionate goal. Because here's the thing. People think, oh, I gotta go. But is it a right now passionate goal that will force you to change your thought process? And if you don't change your thought process, you cannot get different results. Number one, a passionate goal keeps you up at night. You jump out of bed in the morning. And it can be amongst many things, but when you're passionate, you can't rest. When you're passionate, it's definable. When you're passionate, you know the next step. If it's a right now passionate goal, it's very describable because it's very clear. When it's passionate, you love being accountable. When it's not passionate, you don't want to be accountable. And when you are passionate, you are clear what it does for you. Okay, so different people describe competition differently. I love competition. I love the verse that says, your best brings out my best brings out your best. I love competition. Not because I need to beat you, but because I like to copy the right cat. Go ahead, put it in the chat. Copy the right cat. Put it in there for me. Copy the right cat. When you copy the right cat, you will then gain from the people who are running with you. Why are you going to reach back and follow somebody that you're not willing to exchange places with? You only take advice from people you're willing to exchange places with. If you're not ahead of me, I don't want your advice, and I didn't ask you for it. Okay. So you have a right now passion goal if you got the following. Number one, a right now passion goal causes creativity. A right now passion goal causes fortitude. That's why right now, because I have a very clear right now passion goal, with all that's going on around me, I have the fortitude to push past everything that's against me. A right now passion goal decreases your distractions. Okay, so you heard Grant talk about the books that he's written, and you've heard him lock himself in a room. When I wrote my book, Quantum Leap, I locked myself in a hotel room, and I could not come out until it was done because I needed to decrease my distractions. I would not have done that if the goal was not completely clear. When you have a right now passionate goal, you attract the right things to you. Over and over and over again, superstars come to you. The right support comes to you. The right money comes to you. The right options come to you. The right opportunities come to you. The right plane comes to you. Everything comes to you when you have the right now passionate goal. And you have to dig to get it. Energy comes to you. People say to me, Gloria, why are you so energetic? Because I stay in my passion goal. I know what makes me tick, and I stay in there. It increases your focus. It blocks out other things, and you become so clear about what you can do and what you, that's why even when Evan was talking about, okay, can you come back on? Okay, so he knows that he needs to be there for his niece. And as much as he wants to do this, he has to do that. And so he's going to work it out, but he is clear what he has to do. And clarity causes so much. And let me say this to you, sacrifice. Sacrifice becomes easier when you have the right now passionate goal. And when you have your mind set, made up, that that's what you're doing. I can do a short-term sacrifice. So I say this all the time. I can do it for a little while as long as I don't have to do it for the rest of my life. And it will make a difference. I want to tell all of you out there, one of the reasons that you need to pay attention to what you're thinking, and one of the reasons why you pay for programs like this that you listen to over and over again, one of the reasons you sit and you listen and you write and you take notes and you think about it over and over again is because you have a much grander capacity than you are willing to tap into. And when you understand that your capacity gets cut off when you don't have the courage, your capacity gets cut off when you don't invest in yourself. Your capacity gets cut off when you don't choose to go to mastermind classes and invest in yourself. And when you pay a little bit, you get a little bit from it. When you pay a lot, you get a lot from it. That's just the definition of it. So you pay up so that you can pay yourself because you have greater capacity. And that's why your mindset is so much more important than the execution, because you will execute the wrong things. And so I really wanted to make sure that you understand that, one of the things I talk about all the time is you creating your queendom. Now, I know there's men on here, so I'm not trying to get you to create your queendom, but what I am trying to tell you is that when you do more for yourself and you do more to build yourself and your mind, you can definitely do YouTube channels. You can be a greater thought leader. You can do things with interview. You can ask better questions. You can take control of your life. You have a higher resilience that Tim was talking about. When you make yourself better, you're better for your family, you're better for your community, and you're obviously better for your career. One of the things I'm giving away is 7 steps to an elite status, And when you do an elite status, you become way better at what you're giving. So I'm going to turn this back over to you, Grant, for us to have a little conversation if there's time. But I definitely wanted to make sure that everybody knows that they can have a way higher results, way greater success, way more energy if they change the way they think.
You know what I get from you when I watch you?
Tell me.
Everything I need. Look, first of all, thank you so much. Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
How much do you guys love Gloria Mayfield Banks? Huh? Oh my God. I need to watch this again. You're awesome. Fire. Amazing. Yes. Mad love. Okay, guys, like, you know, when I watch you, I told Johnny, the cameraman, this. You probably remember Johnny because he did you when you were on our stage.
Yeah.
I said, Johnny, notice she talks to one person the entire time.
Mm.
You are a gifted, brilliant speaker, my friend, because you're never talking to an audience. You're talking to one person and people feel you.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you. My takeaways, and by the way, you're still a student too. That's the other thing.
Yes. I have to say this. I went to 10X Growth Con and it was amazing. It was amazing. So I'm sure there are people here that have not been there. And I'm telling you, you need to get there. And don't go by yourself. You'll be so mad that you go by yourself. You need to bring a bunch of people with you. You should have seen how many people said, Gloria, I can't believe it. They were hitting my social media like nuts because I mean, it was so full. Every second was so jam-packed. It's like your energy to 12 zillion people all at the same time, Grant. You did an excellent job. I can't wait for the next one. Seriously.
So you guys, and can I see what Gloria's offering everybody? I saw something pop up there. So yeah. I want to show you a picture because you talked about, I love competition. Copy the right cat.
Yeah.
Can you show that image? He's going to get it right now. Can you see that?
I can see it now.
I just got finished working out this morning and my cat, which by the way, I'm not really for the cats, but.
I see it. I see it on your social.
Yeah. So that cat crawled up on my head on my 10X hat before 10X day, bit my ear and just said, I'm with you. My name's Cash. So yeah, I need to see what we're doing because
yeah, they're gonna love the 7 steps to elite status. I am so serious about people taking these steps. It tells them exactly what to do. I talk till I'm blue in the face about this. And I tell people, how many times do I need to be number 1 for you to really understand? I know what I'm talking about over and over and over again. So I'm excited to be here with your audience because for sure you are intense about taking people to a higher level.
Yeah. And Gloria, like, you know, I'll bet you 50% of the people that have in the chat have said something about, I want this recording. I got to have this. Gloria, when you guys grab the grantcardone.com/virtual offer, yeah. Gloria is going to give you this material. Okay. Today free. She's given it. She offered this, the 7 steps to elite status, where you're going to learn about mindset, how to be the one that deserves success, how to have abundance. Okay. Look, I mean, I get these women are juiced up on the 10X thing. A woman that gets 10X, Gloria, you agree that 10X hits a woman different than a man?
Oh yeah, totally. But the thing is that we want more of this that talks to us, that takes us to a greater place. I mean, we're looking for role models all day long. We're looking for people. Come on, Grant, let's be clear. So you're the women. Let's just be clear. We're coming strong. We're coming hard. I know it. And so together, it is explosive.
This is what I took away from you today, okay? Got to get emotional intelligence. Got to know what your recovery time is. She was taking notes this morning. I know how long it takes me to recover from a loss.
Right.
Kick out the toxic. Right now, passion gets crazy.
What about the fact that you make quick decisions? I love the fact that you have shown me how to make quick decisions, that person doesn't need to be here. That person does need to be here. You know how to appreciate the right people and you know how to remove the wrong people. And I have found that is sometimes tied to the emotion that, you know, it should not be tied to the emotion. It should be tied to the results.
Yeah, exactly. And the ability to make quick decisions. I'll tell you right now, the best decisions I've ever made my entire life were made in an instant. They were not, I didn't go do any research on them. I'm like, hey, this is for me. I'm doing this, period. I didn't check it, Google it, look at it. I just said, this is the right property for me to buy because I knew it was right. This is the right event for me to go to. This is the right thing for me to purchase. So Gloria, I cannot thank you enough. I love your inspiration. I love your passion. I love your clarity. I love how professional you are. And I mostly love, like, your story is the American success story, is alive and well here today. And look, you went a different way than I did. You know, I would have loved to have gone to Harvard. You went there and figured out a different way.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. There's a lot of different ways. No way is wrong. No way is wrong. You got to find your path. But here's the thing, Grant, that you got to go hard at it. And that's what you show us. You got to go hard at it. It doesn't matter what path you go. And the thing is that you got to be willing to make a mistake and get back up and keep going. And that's why you can make a quick decision. It's because you can fall down as long as you get back up. That's it. It doesn't matter. If I fail, I just get up.
Gloria, what does 10X mean to you?
10X means you have to first know that when I apply myself 10 times harder than I thought was necessary, I will get the achieved results. You won't do it if you don't know for sure it's coming at you. But you know for sure, Grant, that if you do it 10 times harder than you were willing to do it yesterday, you will move 10,000 times higher on that move. It creates momentum. That's great.
I remember when you were down here at the Diplomat Hotel and you just rocked 2,200 people. I can't wait to do something like that with you again. By the way, we're talking about February, Las Vegas.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it big for sure.
Okay, I love you guys.